Hello, my crafty friends. If you're watching the replay, I'm just decided to make my next everything journal, and I decided to do it on a live stream. So this is the first one I made, and this was the second one, and they're both very chubby. That's okay. I like that. But I'm making a third one. And one of the things I said at the beginning of the year when I decided I was going to do these journals this year was that I wanted to do several different kinds and then decide which kind I liked the best. So this one was a soft one made out of wallpaper with just one signature. And then this one was made from a children's book where I made the children's book was real thin, but it was made kind of like those little golden books where the insides were stapled. So I just opened it up and then I put a piece of cardboard in the back of it to make it wide again. So this whole thing used to be this wide, and I made it wider, and then I put three signatures in it. Let me get a book so I can show you what I'm talking about there, because I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it. Okay. Well, hey. Hi, Sana. Hi, Mina. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Joan. Hi, Janet. Hi, Becky. Um, this book was made, if I took this off and then I opened it up and made it wider, it would be similar to this. So this third and this third were part of the front and back of the book, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So there's the two that I've done so far, and I wanted to do this time do one that was completely different. So so let me get those out of the way. Well, where to put them? Good grief, I just stick them on a pile. Okay. This time I'm using this book, and it's a Spanish a language book, like you would taking a class, a Spanish class, but it's an old book. I don't know how old it is because I glued the page down, so I'm not sure how old it is. But what I did, you can see how the back of it is still pretty solid. These are the pages I took out, and I'm going to show. I left the last little bit of it so I can show you exactly how I did it. It's not difficult, and you could probably figure it out without me showing you, but get that one stuck together. These are very thin pages in this book. So part of the plan is to make them a little thicker, and part of the plan is to open up space. Okay, thank you, Janet. So what I did was I started at the very back of the book, and I just glued those two together. And then I took some pages out and glued two together, and took pages out and glued two together. And I'm gluing, where I took the pages out, I'm gluing that part inside of these two pages. Probably most of you have seen somebody do this already. Hi, Mindy. I'm glad you're here. So this probably isn't new to you, but I am going to show you how I did it. And I did a few from the back, and then I came up here and I did a few from the front. Just so it would keep going. And you can see it. I don't know if you can see. Maybe you can see how it kind of is got a crease there. That's where I cut the inside pages. And that's part of that's to keep it stable. And so the pages won't come out. So the back of it looks kind of weird, but that also helps me have space in between each of these pages. So when Janet gets back, she's probably seen this too, but I'm going to wait for her to get back before I go ahead and do the, here they are. So what I've got here really is 7 sheets or 7 pages. Okay, thanks, Janet. One I'm going to just push forward, and then I put this little book here, cut thing. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me make sure okay, I didn't count something right here, so let's see. Let me make sure, because I did have a couple of places where I had to go back and glue something else down because I hadn't counted correctly. Okay. Anyway, so I've got 1 page here that's not glued to anything, and a page here that's not glued to anything. And then I just took this cutting board, and when you get to the middle of the book, it's not easy to do this. At each end, it's pretty easy, but at the middle, it's not. And then I just oh, I did that once before too, so I guess I get to show you how to fix that. Then I just cut the pages out. Now, when I did that, I don't know if you can see, but I accidentally sliced right there. So on the outside of this, see, it sliced a little bit over here. So after I glue these 2 pages together, I'm going to show you what I did to strengthen that area there. But this is real easy and not any kind of professional bookbinding technique. It's called quick and easy gluing pages together. And when you have so many to do, you want it to be fairly quick and easy, or it's really not worth the trouble of doing for the kind of thing I'm doing here. Okay. After I get my glue on it, then I take it and I lay that down and I push against right in there at the spine, push it real tight down, and then I kind of smooth it out so that the pages are glued together as smoothly as possible. And so all those little bits that were from the pages I cut out are glued inside this. So that gives it a little bit more stability in the binding. It keeps the stability of the way the book was bound to begin with. Okay, now right here and right here, I've got a little bit of a cut. And what I did the other time I did this, because this is the second time I've done it, is I just put some glue on another little piece of book page. And these are very, very thin. And then I slid it down in there and just glued it down. Because I'm going to be doing stuff on these pages anyway, so it doesn't hurt to have that extra bit there. That way I'm covering up where I accidentally cut through it. Oh, I wanted to do it this way because I like the torn pages part out. So that stabilizes that where I had cut it. And so I've got this whole book here, and you can tell I did it from both edges because it's bow-legged now. Hi, Heather. I don't know if I've ever seen you in here before, but I'm glad you're here. Unless you're a Heather I know and you're just using a different name, let me know. But I'm glad you're here either way. So I went back and counted. And in this book, there are 50 of these. So if you're counting this as a page and this is a page, there are 100 pages, or there are 50 spreads, however you want to look at it. So even though I took out a huge amount of paper out of this book, I still have 50 spreads or 100 pages to work on. So that's quite a bit. Now I kept these, of course. Excuse me. Because they'll be good to use in a lot of other things. But I also thought I could add some pockets in here. And I may even use some of the pages that are in here to make pockets. Oh, goodness, I'm sorry. I swallowed wrong and now I'm sitting here trying not to choke. Let me get a cough drop. Whew, okay. My allergies are crazy right now too, which just makes it that much worse. But now one thing, this is Spain. And I thought that was a pretty map. And this is a more close-up view, I guess. So I'm going to leave those just like they are. I like that. But one thing I was thinking was sometimes in my books, let me find, where'd I put that one? I think I did it in both of these books, but I had in these books, because they were junk journals, I had pages of different sizes. And I turned the page and made a pocket like that. And in this one, I glued two different sizes together to make a page. Then I glued something on the back of that one. There's another one where I just turned it in. And none of those are exactly what I'm trying to find. So give me a minute. Okay, here's one. I took this page and I glued them together and made a pocket. So I was thinking about doing something similar to that here. But yes, Heather, that's true. Probably everybody's internet is laggy. And my camera is going crazy. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to see if I had another one that was maybe a little different where I did that same kind of thing. Here's one where I did that. I glued two pieces together and made it into a pocket. And then, oh, that's the same one. And I think I did the same thing a few times in here. So both of these journals give some precedence to why I'm going to do what I'm fixing to do here in a minute. Hi, Tanya. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Now these were pockets that were made by making the page longer and putting it in. But that's not what we're looking for right now. And that one came out. That's what happens when you use old paper sometimes. So I just left it there. Okay, I know I have one in here. Oh, no, that is supposed to be on there. Sorry. See, that's the other half of that one that came out. Okay, see, here's one where I had this page and this page, and I had even stapled them together to make a pocket. So you can do all kinds of things with them to make different kinds of pockets. But I thought I would go ahead and just build a few pockets in at the very beginning, because I don't have anything specific I'm wanting to put in it right at the moment. Okay, you go ahead and clean those beads, Tanya. Thanks for letting us know you're here, though. Thank you, Heather. I enjoyed both of those journals. I enjoyed them a lot. But one of my goals for this year was to make several different kinds and see if there was something, if there was one that I liked the best. So, okay. Well, I'm glad if I can help you a little bit. Come on, stop, stop. Okay, let's just change here. One thing we can do, so we can make several different kinds of pockets. But one way to make a pocket, and there are lots of ways. I I think I'm going to leave that because that's part of this book. I mean that reminds me of what the book was, because I am going to decorate the cover. And so one thing we can do is take um, I never can tell if it's straight or not, but anyway, just go ahead and cut that right there. And then I can glue this down and make a pocket with that. And so I'll have a place I can just tuck something in if I want to. Oh dear. Is everybody else having chat trouble? Okay, that I had way too much glue. Don't want to glue stuff down. If you can hear me, Joan, refresh and see if that helps. If your chat stopped, you might not can see other people talking about the chat, but okay, so there's a pocket. Now, I could decorate a page and then do this so that there's decoration behind it. But I don't know for sure what I'm wanting to do. And part of the point of this is to use the pages as my background. So, hi, Jean Peter. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Terry. I'm glad you got here. So I'm going to do a pocket there, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to choose a place. How about right here? And I'm going to do the same thing. I kind of like tucking postcards and things like that into these pockets. So I'm not going to worry about them all being the same size. I'm just going to make some pockets. Having that back part really stiff in there makes the journal more sturdy, but it also makes it a little bit harder to glue things flat at this point. Okay, so there's a pocket. And I think I'm just going to go in here. Let's go kind of in the middle. I don't know if that's exactly the middle, but it's kind of the middle. And I want to do a different kind of pocket in here. Okay, and I'm not going to go all the way to the center because it's just harder to do. So I'm just going to choose an angle. And I'm going to make a pocket like that. And then I'm going to see. No, I don't think I want them to both be on there just at the same time. I was thinking maybe I wanted to do one just like it on the other side, but I don't think I do. So all this, what I'm doing right now is just kind of prep work to get the journal ready. It's like if I was making a signature or something for a junk journal. Thank you, Tanya. So now I have a pocket right here. And I'm going to save these because they're double thick. So I might can use them, you know, for something else later. Of course, I'd probably save them even if they weren't double thick, if I'm honest. Okay. And so there's a pocket there. And let's go ahead and this may not have been a good day for me to try to go live. I know y'all are used to listening to me cough, but I hate it when I do it. Okay, I'm going to do one go in this direction this time. It's funny. I know that it happens, but the more I try to not cough, the worse it gets. It's like holding it in just makes me cough more. And I know that, and yet I still try to hold it in, and so then I cough more. Frustrating. I'm gluing a little bit right up here, and then down here in the bottom. So there's a pocket. And I'm just kind of randomly choosing places to do this. So I'm going to make this one a little bit different. We're going to go so that it's a pocket all the way across, but not flat, just for kicks. Are y'all still here? I don't see chat moving at all, so that kind of always worries me a little bit. I guess it doesn't matter if you're not here anymore. I'm still recording, so yes, I know. And usually it stops. It takes a wild hair. Maybe it's this. Let me take that off and see if that makes a difference. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling kind of paranoid with, I know so many people are streaming so many different things right now that if it's not gonna be working, I might as well get off. And let me move this stuff. Hi, Kathy D. It's good to see you. Let's see if this is better. Sometimes these little things make a difference and sometimes they don't. So you're crafting along. Yay! I like that. So those of you who are crafting along, tell me what you're doing. Okay, I've got a pocket there. Skip a couple. And then we're going to make a I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Okay. Now I've got 3 pieces here. Uh-oh. I didn't go quite far enough with that. Okay, that's the problem with doing it this way. I was thinking I could do a pocket here and a belly band over here, but because this ditch is really this deep, that's not easy to do. So let me see if I can, I don't know if I can clip it in there or not. This is all an experiment. Okay, maybe I can. I should be inking this while I'm going, shouldn't I? Okay, let's just do this one. Let's go ahead and ink it. It'll help you see what I'm doing too. And it'll remind me when I come to work on this page later that I've turned this into a belly band. Okay, this one, I think I'm just going to take that one out. Okay, we're just going to leave that one out. We'll just do a pocket here and a pocket and a belly band over there. I may go back and try to go ahead and ink up those other pockets to make them more obvious to me when I'm looking for a page. Oh, cool, Tommy. I'm glad you're here, and that sounds like fun. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Just glue it right there. And then I need to go ahead and ink this side. And Jean's eating chocolate chip cookie dough. This is, I was in another friend's live stream she was doing over on Twitch, and I was watching her, and they were talking about cookies, and I was like, stop talking about cookies. I just gave up sugar again. Okay. Yeah, I think I definitely want to ink those pages where I'm putting the pockets so it'll be pretty obvious. So we've got a belly band here and a pocket right there. So let's go back and find the other ones. the dough's better than the cookies anyway, in my humble opinion. I'm not a big chocolate chip cookie person, and I think it's a texture thing. But if I eat them immediately out of the oven, then I like them pretty good. But if they sit there and have a soft cookie and a hard chocolate chip, I don't really like that. Okay, let's stick this in here. Let's go ahead and ink this pocket. This is kind of delicate paper, so I am trying to be a little gentle with it. Okay. There's that. Let's go up here and do this one because I know it's here. Hi, Andrea. It's good to see you. Okay, this one I had to glue 3 together because I'd already glued one together, and then I decided to glue this one to it. So it's a little bit more sturdy than the others. I figured by the time I glue stuff down, all of them will be pretty sturdy. Is the only reason I didn't go ahead and glue 3 together to begin with, because this is really lightweight paper. Okay. Okay. See, it's looking pretty already. And I don't know where my other pockets are, so I'm just going to flip through. Ah, there's a page that I missed. So I'm just going to fold it down like this. Let's go ahead and ink it. That's what I'm going to do. If I find one I missed, I'm just going to make it into a pocket. Because pockets are fun. Okay. Now then, I'm going to slide that down in there. Come on. There we go. What misinformation did you put out, Andrea? You got me curious now. I see you say hi. And then, hi, Mina. And then you didn't mean to put out misinformation. So now you've got me very curious. Above Mary. All right, I'm going to go look. Well, I don't even see Mary. What am I missing here? Okay, Mina, Kathy, Heather, Teresa, Kathy. Hi, Carrie. It's good to see you. I missed you. Hi, Suzanne. I missed you too. I'm glad y'all are here. Hi, Deborah. I missed you too. Wow, I missed a lot of people. But I don't even see Mary. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to try to not worry about it. You're not wanting to spread misinformation. I'll just say, okay, good, and go on. Here's a pocket. I'll probably end up inking every page of this book, but for right now, I'm just going to ink the ones with pockets, so that'll make them obvious to me. Okay. Well, if you're talking to, if it's something you want to talk to me about, Andrea, please do go ahead and email me. If you're saying you should have emailed whoever else it was you were talking about, then that's okay too. But since I obviously can't see what you were saying, I'm happy for you to email me. Oh, I'm gonna definitely want to add a few more pockets in here. It felt like I put a bunch in already, but I guess I didn't really. Here's another one. Okay. Okay, this one I'm not going to go quite as far with, and I'll just do it to this other side because getting it down in there didn't work so great last time. So okay. I don't have any great, fun, interesting stories to tell you or to keep you entertained. Sorry about that. Yes, function's name is Andrea. Now you're in the know, Heather. Hi, Patricia. Cutting out flowers and vases from security envelopes and painting paper. Very cool. Hi, Janice. You wanted a story. Oh, well, sweetheart, let me think if I can think of one. I'm not as good a storyteller as Mary is. I remember when the kids were little, um, part of our school um, time was for they always wanted me to read to them or whatever, and I told them, and this was before they could really read to me, and so we started this thing where we would go out on the front porch and we would sit out on the front porch, just the three of us, and I would start a story, and then they would add to it. One of them would add to it, and then the other one would add to it, and we would start a story, and the story always started out with, there was a little mouse. Oh, okay, Terry. I didn't count them, but in between each of these two pages, I took out 5, and there are 50 of these left in here. So I don't know how many, but I took out, I would say, 3/4 of them at least. But this is very, very thin paper. So if you've got thick pages, you may not have as many pages in a book this size, because it's not really that big of a book, but it had 690 pages in it. So, who lived in a little house? There you go. So somebody else add on to the story. We had one that lived in a factory. We had one that lived in the airport. I can't really remember the others. The one in the factory, that one was a lot of fun. I don't remember the story. I just remember how much fun it was. Us thinking up things for that little mouse to do in a factory. So, hi, Kathy. Well, good. Cooking sounds yummy. I should be cooking. Okay. So far, I've made 1, 2 pockets and a belly band. Oh, here's one I missed. So here's a third one. Okay, so there's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. I've made 8 pockets so far. So I think if there's 100 separate pages, that I can do a few more pockets and still be good. But maybe I want to add in a pocket, because now I'm taking away some of those when I do these. So let's add in a pocket. Spaghetti. Oh, I miss spaghetti sometimes. When I'm really missing it, I use my mandolin slicer and cut up some julienne, I guess it is, some zucchini, and cook it with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper and garlic powder. And then I add spaghetti sauce and meat onto that and eat it. And it's really yummy. It's not quite the same, but But the zucchini makes really, really good noodles. I also make lasagna by slicing zucchini for my noodles, and it's really yummy too. The store was out of pasta yesterday. I'm sorry. Yeah, they've been out of a lot of things. Um, okay. I'm trying to decide what kind of pocket I want to make to add in. And these are really thin. I had one of those spiral slicers, Becky, and now this is just my opinion. A lot of other people really, really love them. But for me, I thought that it was just, it was a lot of trouble. And I didn't think that the spiral zucchini was any better than when I just sliced it on a mandolin slicer. And the mandolin slicer is much easier to clean up. But that's just what I found. In fact, I got rid of my spiral slicer because it was just too much of a hassle. Okay, I think I'm going to trim this a little bit because I got it bent crooked, and I don't want to rebend it because these pages are kind of delicate, and I don't want it to be exactly the same size now that I'm thinking about it as the page. Yay, the beads are clean. I'm glad the beads are clean because if you don't like that job, I'm glad it's over. So this is kind of a quick little library pocket looking thing. I'm not going to put a gusset in it or anything, but I'll make one with the gusset next. Let's see. One thing I think I do want to do is kind of glue these pages together some because it doesn't have to be, perfect. It just needs to keep them together. And I should have done that before I did all my cutting. Well, I didn't do too terrible at gluing it back together. Okay, that sounds good. I did towels and bathroom rugs yesterday. I need to do clothes, but I'll get to it later today. I'd rather be right here doing this than doing laundry at the moment. Oh, and that one is not cut straight. I don't know what the deal is there, but luckily we can just redo it. Okay. This is going to be my my next everything journal, Patricia. I'm going to do the same kind of stuff in it that I did in these two. I just decided I wanted to try a bunch of different kinds of styles of journals and see which ones I like the best this year. And so I decided an altered book would be this one. Thank you for letting me know, Janet. I'd always rather be crafting housework. It's only good when you're done. That's true. And it doesn't stay, at least at my house, it doesn't stay good very long. Because I don't live here alone. And that's what the kids say too. Well, Mom, it just doesn't stay done very long. Like, yeah, I know. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue um this one just on the 3 sides so it can be a double pocket. Hey,
Hey.
what you doing? I'm streaming, just so you know.
I figured. I saw.
Okay, good. Okay, don't rub my back while I'm trying to lay this down. It'll get all crooked. Uh,
Ooh.
Ow, ow, ow. Yes, I definitely must need it there. I have my own little massage therapist. She does a pretty good job. I have to tell you though, when she was about 3, she wanted to give massages, and I told her it was kind of like getting a massage from a butterfly. Oh, okay, I like that pocket. And so, needing a hug. Okay.
I don't know what the settings are like on yours, but on my Chromebook, you can navigate the entire touchpad using your knuckles, which is surprisingly useful for when you are eating.
That's good to know.
Well, I mean, there's this weird thing. So if you use if you use 2 fingers, you can swipe back in the browser history.
Yeah.
If you use 3, you can move between windows horizontally. If you use 3 and go down, you'll pull up the browser and the other apps you're running, so you can pick between them. If you use 2 going down, you scroll. So it's really interesting.
Okay. Tip for the day: you can use your knuckles to navigate your
Trackpad.
your trackpad. I wouldn't know because I can't even use my fingers to do the trackpad very good. So I use a mouse. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. So let's make one of these with a gusset. Yeah, I don't like the folding and putting away. Well, actually, my least favorite part is moving the clothes from the washer to the dryer because I kind of have to hang upside down in the washer to get the clothes out and then transfer them to the dryer. So if I can come up with a good reason for somebody else to do that for me, I do. Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty imaginative. I was blessed with a daughter who will never allow me to be bored. So okay. And I'm not going to worry if these aren't perfect because I am going to trim them to the size I want or fold in and all that stuff. So it's not a big deal. Okay. Now we need to decide where we want the bottom to go. And I kind of like about 2/3. 1/3 sticking up and 2/3 down here. That's kind of the way I like to do them. Oh, yep, yep, yep. The first thing the kids started doing was putting up their laundry. I would do everything and wash it and all that stuff, and then they would put it up, and then it got to where I just make them do everything now. I think that's perfectly fine. But sometimes theirs stays in laundry baskets too. Okay, so now I've folded it in here, and then I'm going to open it back up. And where are my scissors? And I'm going to do a little bit of an angle and a little bit of an angle. And then I'm going to cut these just all the way. No, I'm not either, because it'll be sturdier if I do it this way. Then I'm going to fold these back. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the angles here too. Okay, so you've got some folded back, and these other ones we're going to fold forward. There's probably an easier, better way to do this, but this is how I do it. And then we will glue those up like this, and we will glue this one like that. So I'll glue it across the bottom, and then I'll glue on these, and that'll give me a pocket back here. And then I'll glue right in here, and that'll give me a pocket right here. But I'm going to go ahead and do the corners and then ink it before we glue it, because I'm actually thinking today. Oh, goodness, yes. You get lots of exercise, don't you? Mine are right next to each other, right by the back door. So, now this down here is upside down, but that won't matter because I'm sure I will end up decorating it anyway. It's not going to just stay that way. Because I want this gusset to make this pocket easier to open. And I don't want these to show up here. That's why I'm doing it this way. Hi, Holly. I'm working on a new everything journal. And this time I'm going to do one that is I'm going to do one that's an altered book instead of being a junk journal. Just because I want to try different things. I decided I was going to try different things this year. And see if there was some style I liked best. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue right here. So there I've got a pocket. And then I'm going to put some glue across the bottom. And then on these gussets. Okay, I don't want to glue down my... Let's put it over here. Well, no, where did it... No, let's just go ahead and put it here. So now this one looks a lot like this one. They don't look that much different, but both of these open up a little bit more and you can fit something thicker in there than you could fit behind this one. Oh, well, try to refresh, Heather. If that doesn't work, have you tried upping your stream quality? Sometimes YouTube knocks the stream quality way down, and if you up it, you don't lag as much. Okay. Let's go over here and do something. Okay. So what do I want to do now? My brain is not coming up with very many ideas at the moment. Here's one with somebody's notes all over it. This one says thrilled, failed to be thrilled. I'm having a hard time reading their handwriting, so don't know what else they're doing, but they're translating the Spanish into English so they can remember. But I like that. So I think I want to keep that. And I'm doing a terrible job of getting these to line up here. It's like the minute I start trying to crease the fold, it does something else. Okay. I'm wondering about doing some angle pockets like this. But I think if I do that, I'm going to need to go ahead and do it. Oh, there's some more of somebody's notes. Okay, let's go ahead and glue these together, and then we'll make those little angled pockets. Okay. Hi, Mary. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Okay, now we're going to fold it. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Got a lot of sinus drainage with these allergies. Okay, I'm going to trim right here. There we go. And it's going to go this way. Maybe we want it to go this way. No. Okay, I do want it to go that way. So we're going to cut from here. Well, that wasn't very good, was it? I need my middle ruler. I keep hitting the plastic and okay. Bye, Lori. I didn't even realize you were here. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you earlier. Go have a good day. The fun thing about this is that you can put pockets on 2 pages at the same time. Okay, are we going to do that one or this one? Let's do this one. And I always go ahead and ink even the part that's going to be covered up, because you never know what, or at least I would rather go ahead and ink it all than go back and try to measure exactly where the inking needed to start and stop. Uh-oh. Be careful with old books. I just tore that page a little bit right there. You threw your sewing machine out the window? Seriously, Janet? It must have been a really bad sewing machine. Okay, so then we're going to glue it just like this. And so we'll have a pocket there and a pocket here. Sometimes they have their own mind. That is absolutely true. Okay, and I'm going to, maybe, if my glue's not, there we go. And I'm going to do this side. And then I'm going to do right in the middle. Okay. Now we have a pocket there and there. Hi, Allie. Hi, Kathy. It's good to see you both. No, I agree. Glass should not be involved. And my camera is very much trying to get thrown out the window. Except my window doesn't open, so I won't be throwing anything at it. Okay. Let's see. I can kind of tell where I've inked, where I have pockets. So come on, stop. I'm going to go check, but I am 99.999% sure that the autofocus is turned off. It takes a minute to bring the program up. Sorry. Huh, it won't even let me look at it this time. Okay, it won't even let me go there. That's weird. It says camera available. Okay. Now I forgot what kind of pocket was I gonna put on here? Something with some more of these pages. You're doing okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay, Janet. Hi, Denise. It's good to see you. Yes, better late than never. We're glad you're here to visit with us a little bit. I'm doing an altered book. It's going to be my everything journal. I just finished my last one Monday night. No, Tuesday. I finished my last one Tuesday. So I need another one. And that's where I just do journal pages or put in happy mail or glue stuff down, whatever I want to do in it. It doesn't have a specific purpose. It's just for everything. So, okay, let's move that. I'm just gluing two of these pages together for when I make these different kinds of pockets, because they're very thin paper and it's old, so it's kind of brittle too. One other thing about using the glue stick and gluing two together, because it's now got some moisture, it's a little bit more pliable, so it's easier to make your to fold it and make your pockets while it's damp like this, you know, even though it's just a little bit, than it is to I forgot what I was going to say. Than it is when it's dried and it can't fold very easy. Okay. I'm going to fold this one like this. And then, where's my cutter? Well, this doesn't work as well when it's damp with glue, but we're going to do it anyway and just hope for the best. And no, it didn't work very well. Okay, we'll I just don't cut straight, so I was hoping for help. Hi, Joyce. Joyce Vaughn. I don't know if I've seen you in one of my streams before or not, but I'm glad you're here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this down. And I'm going to fold this one down. And it's not perfectly perfectly aligned. So, but we're going to make one of those little dress shirt type pockets, which is fun. Now with this one, you could go ahead and do some cutting and folding and stuff across the bottom, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue it down at the bottom. So well, that would be fun. It takes a while. The beginning of the video, I just showed you how I started my pages, and I just did one like that. So you don't have to watch me go through all the pages, but I did tell you how I did it. So hopefully it will be helpful. Trying to get this where I can ink it without tearing something. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to put out. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of both of them, both sides, because it could go like this or it could go like this. And I think I'm going to do it like that. I think I am. Okay. So I'm going to put some glue right along the bottom, if I can get it to work. And I hope this is what I decided, because now it's pretty much done. And then a little bit of glue there. Oh, and this one, that part didn't get glued, so I'm going to glue that down. Let's make sure this side is. Sometimes when you use a glue stick, the edges either dry out before you get there or you don't get to the edge very well. Okay, there's that. And I think we might as well, while we're here. Hello, Tammy. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Diana. It's good to see you. Is your mom okay? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Is she still there, or did you bring her home? had to drop her off. They won't. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. Well, let's stop and say a prayer real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you that we can come to you at any time of any day with anything and that you will be there to listen. Lord, right now, every day there are things that we need to bring before you and that we need your peace and your help with. And Lord, right now we pray for Diana's mother and we pray for the doctors who and nurses who are taking care of her. And Lord, we just lift her up and pray that your hands will be on all of them as they take care of her and on her. We pray for healing for whatever it is that whatever problem she has, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, it's okay. That's why we're here for each other. You didn't bring us down. We're just glad that we have the chance to be with you at this time. I'm just doing some stitching on this little shirt pocket. And I may see if I can dig out some little buttons just for kicks and put some little buttons on it. Oh my goodness. Your poor sweet mommy. Thank you, Heather. Yes, we do. We all need to remember that we do have help and hope. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. And I don't think this one I'm going to put behind it. I'm just going to glue the whole back down. And that'll make it a little bit more sturdy. These old book pages are really fragile. So, and of course, for some reason, no glue. Hi, Barb. I didn't notice you were here. I'm glad you're here. Oh, that's fun. Let me see if I can find some little buttons. Okay, little buttons, little buttons. Let's see if I have any little buttons that are all, oh, there's some. Looky there. Perfect little tiny blue buttons. Won't that be cute? Okay, we're just going to use them. That was easy. It's not usually that easy. Yes, Barb, how is your dad doing? Is he leaving that chainsaw alone? Okay, I'm going to try to tie this. The string came out in this one, and I thought it'd be fun to just leave it and see if I can tie it from behind so it It may not have to be tied since it's going to be glued, but anyway. There we go. We're going to put that one down here. Four little buttons. Perfect. Well, I'm glad at least he's able to nap during the day. And you too, I hope, if he's staying up at night. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Oh, thank you, Denise. That lap book has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I was just thinking last night that there was something else maybe I needed to do to it, but now I can't remember what it was besides a closure. Oh, I remember. I was going to make collages on the inside book covers that fold inside, and I'll do that. I'm going to do that next Monday night on my live stream. Okay, now my buttons are not turned the same direction, but I'm going to leave them because it's going to be okay. We're going to just say it's okay. There's our little shirt pocket. All right. Now I can't shut it because that glue needs to dry. So, thank you, Tanya, though, because the chances are 50-50 that I would remember. So it's always good to remind me just in case. Hi, Maria. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. So I think I want to do something else over here while we're letting that dry. And then we'll go and maybe we'll decorate the front cover. This is what the book looks like. Okay. Trying to see if it's got this rusty stuff in a couple of places there and back here. So we'll definitely do some inking with my lovely sepia archival ink because that's exactly that color. Hey, Sherry, I'm not sure if I said hi to you or not, but I'm glad to see you. So what should I do over here? I'm taking requests. Anybody have any ideas? A waterfall somewhere. Well, I'm wanting to work right here. So if we do a waterfall, it needs to be right here. Okay. And I haven't done a waterfall in a long time, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to glue a couple of these together because I do know that they're easier to work with. Right now, yeah, I was just adding pockets in. just to kind of build the journal. Kind of like if it was a junk journal, I would be making signatures. So I'm just adding some pockets in right now. That's my plan. That doesn't mean we can't do something else. Okay, there's one. Sorry. Good. It needs to stay away from power tools at least. Oops. Oh well, that'll be all right. Dust mites. It sure could be. I'm sure there's plenty of dust out here. Plus, I'm working with a really old book that's been sitting around for 50 years. So that's a definite possibility. Okay. One thing I want to go ahead and do is trim off the edges of this. Whoops. Because we don't want it to be as thick as the page. We want it to be smaller. Well, where's my... Here it is. Okay. Yeah, I do have some. Well, actually, it's lemon herbal tea, but well, it's herbal tea with lemon juice in it, fresh squeezed lemon juice. So I don't think I did a very good job of making that straight, but we're going to pretend like it's straight. We'll put it over here. And then we will try to cut these straight too. We'll see. It's just going to be what it is. Okay. Yes, I did. What I did, Denise, was I took 2 pages, and in between those 2 pages, I cut out 5 pages, and then I glued those 2 pages together. So, oh, you know, I have one. I have a humidifier, Cool Mist humidifier that's right out here, so I can use it, and it wasn't on. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so now we've got these 2. Now, this may not be the kind of pocket you were thinking of. Is this the kind of pocket you were thinking of? I use them year round too, Joan. I sure do. Because I live in Amarillo, Texas. And humidity's, well, we have more humidity now than we did when I was growing up. When I was growing up, our humidity would be like 8% or something. It was like nothing. And in the winter, it was even worse. So when I was a kid, we used those. We called them swamp coolers. To air condition, because there wasn't enough humidity to use the other kinds of air conditioning. So, but now we have more humidity. So drop down. Okay, like that. So that so you want it to be to open up instead of being pockets, right? Is that what we're thinking? So we can just decorate it like this. Okay, that works for me. So I think it might even be fun to add another one on there, even though since it's not going to be pockets, we can um ah isn't it funny how far away Dallas is, but we act like it's nothing. If you've spent it, at least if you spent your life in Texas like I have, driving 5 hours to get to Dallas isn't that big of a deal. I don't do it often, but I used to when I was young, and back then it took even longer because you had to drive 55. But I used to go to Dallas for the weekend quite often. I also had some cousins who lived in Carrollton, and so I went to Carrollton pretty often. How are things in Dallas? I think we're supposed to get like to 80 degrees today. Is it really hot like that there? Where's my cutter? Okay, y'all. What did I do with it? Oh, bye-bye, Tommy. Thanks for coming. Enjoy your supper. Okay, there's the lid for it. Okay, this is ridiculous. How did I lose it? There it is. Okay. To your right, to your left, behind you. It's got to be somewhere. I don't know. We're just going to go for it and hope for the best here. On the floor. Well, that is always a possibility. Okay, let's put this right here. And then we'll okay. There we go. Oh, but they're all upside down. Okay, let's see. Well, that's just the way they're going to be. They're going to be upside down because we'll probably end up doing something to them. Okay. Now I've actually never done one like this before, so this may not be the way that you're supposed to do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to glue it together right there where it creases. Joey. It's so good to see you. Okay, now you can see how crooked that is. Do you see that? Not straight. Not straight. So, now I can, it's short enough, I can put it over here and straighten it up. Okay. We're going to do the same thing here. You don't care? I care. I care about it being straight. Probably shouldn't so much, but I do. But that's okay because we're going to fix it and I'll be happy. Okay. Okay. So here we go. And you know what I forgot to do, right? Before I glued it together? 10 points for the first person who tells me what I forgot to do before I glued it together. Ink, that's right, Tanya. Patricia, yeah. Y'all are right. You both get 10 points. Don't know what the points are for or how you'll use them, but you got them. Yeah, other people are coming up with it too, see? Oh, there's one where I didn't even glue them straight. This one either, but those of you that don't care about them being straight, I'm leaving that part just for you instead of going back in and fixing it. Okay. I'm getting it done. It's not taking too long. Hello, Erin. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I forgot to ink before I glued this together, so. Okay, and see my paper is already tearing a little bit. So I think, let's see if I can find a, there's bound to be a page here somewhere that's, oh, wait a minute, where was that? I know I saw one that said notes. Okay, sorry, it's going to take a second. Well, I thought I saw one that said notes. Here's a decalogue of don'ts. We want do's. We don't want dotes. Okay. Maybe I didn't really see one that said notes. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Then we will just use this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've got it hanging straight down. Okay. Okay. Now then, I'm going to glue this onto here, and that'll hopefully reinforce that. But we're going to ink it first. Bye-bye, Mary. Okay. I'm glad you stopped by. I hope you're leaving to go do something fun. Weeding. Well, that's not fun. Well, some people think it's fun. I don't think it's fun. Yard work. I didn't mind working in the garden before I got bad knees. I enjoyed the garden before I got bad knees, but I've never really enjoyed other kinds of yard work. It's a pocket, Erin. It doesn't open to journaling, but that is a great idea. May try that next. May try that next. That's a great idea. Okay. Now then, I'm going to glue this down. And yes, it does me too, Kathy. In fact, I put mine, the one I got, in my swap in one of my Christmas journals. But that's exactly what I was thinking of when I did this. Okay. Okay. I can't remember if I put glue on the whole thing or if I just put it on the, I'm intended just to put it on the one, but I think I glued the whole thing down. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, it's a pocket. And I did glue it all the way down, so there's not a pocket behind it, just inside. It could be a tiny, ugly sweater. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Okay. I'm trying to see if that's, I think that's probably dry enough. I can go ahead. I wanted to work on decorating the cover and doing something to the cover. I don't want to cover it up completely because I like it. I like the old book, but I am going to do some more inking because it has some stuff on it already that looks like ink. So I'm just going to accentuate that. Okay, I'm liking this. Ugly Christmas sweater pockets. There you go, Tanya. See, it just kind of blends in with what's already there. Okay. So far, so good. So, knowing that this is just going to be an everything book where I just stick whatever I want in it, what do you think would be a good thing to put on the cover? I brought a piece of lace out with me that I thought it might be a fun background, but it's so white compared to the book that I can't decide if I like the contrast or if I don't like the contrast. I also thought, something like that on the cover, on the binding might be good, but I'm really not into the white. If I'd coffee dyed it first, might have been good. Do I have a favorite thing like flowers, mushrooms, butterflies, etc.? I love all of those things. Ink the lace, Tanya says. Okay, well, let's just do that for fun, even if we end up not using it. One of my favorite things is dragonflies, but I was trying to think what I've got with dragonflies. I don't have a lot of dragonfly stuff. I do have one. In fact, it was the first digital kit I ever bought, and I haven't bought very many. I've only bought 2 or 3. But the very first one I bought was one from, I want to say it's Artie Mays. I'm not positive, but it's dragonflies. So there might be something there I could use. Garrett minds think alike. Yeah. We know you meant great. In fact, that's what I read first. It wasn't until I read that you meant to say great that I realized you didn't say great. I draw a little, not much. It's not one of my favorite things to do. My daughter draws great. Should get her to draw me some dragonflies to put on here, but okay. Let's see if that's enough. Uh-oh. Yes, I love ferns and mushrooms too. I've got, I'll see if I can find it, a digital kit that I printed out that Dorothy Done by Dorothy. It's one of her digital kits. I think that's like the second one that I've ordered. I may take this around. I'll see if I can find. I used some of those, the mushrooms that Dorothy had, in my lap book. If I can't find the digis, I'll show you those. So I think that'd be good as a background, something, and then we can collage something else on top of it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Okay. Okay. Try to pick up as much of the unnecessary glue on the outside as I can. It dries clear, but I think it would still be visible. It may dry shiny clear. I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. Okay. Kathy, you changed your name. I just noticed that. Or is this a separate channel? Wasn't it Kathy's World and Friends before? Am I just imagining that? Oh, good. I'm glad you really did change it, and I just didn't have an imagination, that my imagination didn't change it for you. Okay. Oh, good grief. This is ridiculous. Oh. Okay. I got a bunch of junk here. I'm going to have to kind of dig through and see if it's in here. If it's not in this pile, I don't know where it would be. So, okay, that's some other stuff that I printed off from the stuff that I got from Care at the auction. There's recipes. I don't think it's any of that stuff, although that might be fun to use. Okay, let me set this over here and see. Here's some more stuff. These came from the old design shop. I'll show you these while I'm looking through them. These were free also from the old design shop. I think it's olddesignshop.com. These pages. Well, there's a bunch of them. Okay, I think that's all of those. And these are some things, some ephemera that I had that I made copies of. There's some more. Get down past that. That might be fun to put on there. I don't know if it'll even actually fit. Wiggins Old Tavern at Hotel Northampton, Massachusetts. The Loom Room in the Country Store Attic. That's what that is. That's a postcard that I got. Okay, there's a bunch of these. I didn't realize how many copies I made of this stuff. Okay, let's get those out of the way. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, I like the name, Kathy. I just, there's those mushrooms. And this is some stuff down here. I don't know. I got it several places. Carhartt sent me some of it, and I can't remember. I printed off some of it, so I'm not sure where everything came from. So, but I'm not finding Dorothy's stuff in here. And these are some pages out of an old book from the 1800s that my stepfather let me take some, make a few copies of. I didn't copy as many pages as I wanted to because I was worried about some tearing up the book. It's a very delicate book, but these are some pages out of that. Yeah, there's those. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. Well, I am good. Dominant Man, I don't know who you are. We're a crafting channel. If you want to watch crafting, you're welcome to stay. If you're in the wrong place, you can go do something else that you will think is more fun. But if you like crafting, here we are. So, one of these pictures would be pretty if I inked it and made it look kind of old and put it on top there. What do y'all think about that idea? That one's too big. See, I could put something like this on it, just this part, and then we could do something else. Let's just tear that out and see what we think. I have more of them, so if I don't want to use it, I don't have to. I mean, it won't hurt anything to have it torn out and inked, just in case I want to use it on something else. Do you have backup copies? Yes, I do. I do. I'm trying to decide about this little poem right here. I think it's part of this other, but no, let's just go ahead and Let's just go ahead and go around it. Okay. So we could put this on it. And I don't know. I really like this. I cut it out. It says the return of happiness. And the only and I really like that, but it also makes you kind of sad because that meant happiness was gone. So I haven't used it anywhere. I have this little butterfly I could add, but let's ink this up first and see how it does. Okay. Are y'all still here? My chat looks frozen, and it may just be because y'all are busy doing something else, and that is fine. I just I got a weird little notice, and I wanted to make sure. Okay, good. Thank you, Tanya. Okay. Just watching and knitting. Oh, that sounds nice. Okay, I think I want to go ahead and I don't think I want that in there. I think I'm going to cut it off. I thought I liked the idea of that, but not really so much. Okay. Okay. I think up here is the way to go, don't you? Kind of up here. I don't know what I'll put down here, maybe some words. But I think up here looks better than in the center or down low because of just the way it's made. So now to think about some words. Let's look in here and see if I can find some words without dumping a bunch of stuff off. Here's one. Life is a never-ending garden of growth. Oh, I like this one. It says, like wildflowers, you must allow yourself to bloom in all the places people thought you never would. I kind of like that. So, I think, I'm not positive because I don't have it written down, but I think that I got these little sayings from Amity Bloom. I think she had a digi thing with them. I may be wrong, but I think that's where I got them. That made me realize I want to ink more of the edges of this. I put a little ink all over it and then I stopped, but I should not have stopped without inking the edges more. Okay, I think I like that. Now then, I'm going to put some, let's see if this is big enough. I don't know if it's big enough. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to use my Mod Podge stuff on this. So everything it'll glue the lace down and everything. I'm hoping that will make it all stay better. That's my thought anyway. Okay, thanks for coming, Tanya. Hugs back. Have a great evening. My glue brush was still in the water. Okay. You got to use a lot of glue if you're gluing down on top of this lace, if you want it to really stay good. which means it doesn't show up all that great right now. So, okay. Mom just called. Everything checked out okay. Your prayers worked. Leaving to pick her up. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, I'm so happy, Diane. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. That is wonderful. And we love hearing wonderful news right now. So thank you for sharing that with us. Okay. I'll see how it looks. I may come back and put Mod Podge over the rest of the cover if it looks funny. But I think I'll probably just do that. Probably just do that. I do need to. Clean this so I don't end up gluing my lid on. Okay. Well, there we go. And when I came on, I said I was only going to be on 2 hours. So I did pretty good. 2 hours and 13 minutes. That's not bad. When you thought you were going to be on for 2 hours, I usually do worse than that. So anyway, Monday night when I'm on, I'll show you how this looks when it's dried. Thank y'all for coming and joining me and doing whatever you were doing while you were watching me play and get started on this book. God bless you all. Have a great day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.